Hi, what's up guys? Today we are at one of the most exciting places on the planet, the Expo Dubai 2020. There are 192 countries that are participating here, and each country has the best of their culture, their tradition, their science and tech, their innovation to offer to the rest of the world. Everything is on display. If you are someone who likes multicultural environment, if you are someone who likes science and technology and what's new that's coming into the world, then this is the best place for you to be right now. I'll try to cover the most of the pavilions, the best of the pavilions for you, and I'll try to put it together for you. Meanwhile, if you're not a subscriber yet, please hit on the subscribe button so that you can catch up on the new videos. The weather is fantastic, the atmosphere is vibrant, so let's not waste any time. Let's get in and enjoy the show. This is the Uae Pavilion. This will be the first pavilion I will be visiting. This is obviously the home pavilion, so I'm expecting it to be the best, one of the best at least. I believe the wings open every 20 minutes and they take 3 minutes to open and 3 minutes to close. It's a lovely looking building, so let's try to visit and see what's inside. It's all sand here, pure sand, very really fine setting. That UAE is all about deserts and the culture that has evolved from the deserts. Huge landscapes and real displays that gradually evolve into the background displays, you know. This is a circle of unity. As people walk around it, it forms circles, and all the circles and lines connect to each other.
Its vision, our founding father. So when he united the 7 Emirates, he thought that we are stronger in unity. So here, this is a visualization of his vision. As more people move together around the circle, we see more lines and colors, and the sound gets louder, showing us the strength and unity.
So this is explaining the concept of unity is strength. And as more people go on to the circle and as more people move, the lines, more lines get formed and the lines get connected and the sound increases. That's brilliant. A piece of art. There is a mini theater in here inside the Uae Pavilion. They have a show, 5 to 10 minutes show. Let's watch it. This is the Expo Passport, which we can get stamped as we visit each pavilion. There are different pages here reflecting different countries and all that, and as we visit each pavilion we can get our stamp from that pavilion. So it's kind of a souvenir that you keep for yourself at the end of the expo. This is where we can get our passport stamped, and here we go. That's done. Check. That was wonderful. Let's head next to the USA Pavilion.
Any measure of ours, and this we should do freely and generously. America is leading exploration of the final frontier with a new generation of spaceflight that is set to take humans back to the moon and beyond. American companies are launching astronauts and cargo on regular missions to the International Space Station. The crew have maintained a continuous presence 400 kilometers over the Earth for over 20 years. With the introduction of autonomous vehicles, we are reevaluating how mobility solutions factor into our everyday life. It's a future that will reinvent transportation, but is not only confined to cars. Getting from A to B will be different as next generation vehicles take to the skies.
On the Apollo 17 mission, US astronauts have brought a piece of moon. This rock which we have here is 3.8 billion years old. This is probably the oldest thing I'm ever going to touch in my lifetime. So I'm going to touch it. And I'm rubbing my fingers on it. It feels good. It feels softer probably. It just got softer because so many people have put their hands on it. But yeah, this rock is 3.8 billion years old and it came on the Apollo 17 mission. This is on our way to Al Forshan Park, where you have the India Pavilion and a lot of many other good pavilions are there. On our next visit, guys, we are visiting the Indian Pavilion. You can see there it says Bharat, and they have proudly displayed the flag in the front, and this is their 75th year of independence. Let's go inside and check what India has to offer to the rest of the world.
This is Space Section, India's first mission to Mars. India is the first nation in Asia which reached to Mars at its first attempt. It was launched on 5th November 2013. India had used the slingshot technique, which costed them $74 million, which is less than a Hollywood movie, and it took almost 9 months for them to reach over there. Please move forward. Over here we do have Autosuit, which was gifted by ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and that was established in 1962. Kindly move forward. Over here you can watch the timeline about the evaluation of ISRO from 1962 till the development 2020. Please keep moving forward. Over here you can watch the numerous launches and the achievements done by ISRO. One of the achievements, they have sent 104 satellites at one time. And at the end we do have Chandrayaan 2. If you stand over there, you can watch a small video which will take you the journey to the moon. So please enjoy. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
And India and its mission will not be left behind.
After space research, India also has a great amount of yoga and yoga related information on display. Also on display are various picturesque scenes from India, the wildlife of India. Bollywood is India's one of the biggest industries again. Bollywood makes the most number of movies in the world. This is the Make in India mission from the Indian government. There's a huge drive to the world from India to make their production, be it clothing, be it technology, be it services, all to be made in India.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is the very grand Germany Pavilion. It's really huge, and as you can see, there's a lot of queue, hopefully, which also means that there's something really interesting going on in this pavilion. So let's get into the Germany Pavilion and see what we can explore and find and what Germany has to offer to the rest of the world.
Our world is quite old. Many incredible forces have created and shaped our planet for millions and billions of years. When, all of a sudden, life began. And life set out to evolve through countless iterations, full of little successes and all changing accidents. Until, at some point, we came along. Seemingly within a blink of an eye, mankind took the stage. And we began to shape the planet ourselves, fitting it best to our needs. Which is why we call this era the Anthropocene, the age of humankind. Unfortunately, some of our plans had no regard for other creatures or the planet itself. Today, our leading role and our impact raise a lot of questions. How will we generate our energy in the future? How will we protect the biodiversity? And in what kind of cities do we want to live? Campus Germany invites you to get to know the answers. Connect your minds and immerse yourself in 100,000 ideas for a better future.
This is the idea panel. Every time you put a ball inside this one, it gives you a new idea. So let's try this one. There is an amazing display of future megacities in the German Pavilion. Look at this display here. It's simply brilliant.
You all come from the most different places. During your journey through the campus, you all voted for sustainability, responsibility. Let's move together and inspire the people around us to move as well.
Move towards the beliefs to reach a better future.
And it takes you, and each and every one of you, to inspire, to connect, and to keep moving. Thank you.
We are at the Russian Pavilion now, one of the most beautiful and colorful pavilions in the whole of Expo. I'm really excited to go inside because Russia has been participating in Expos for more than 170 years, and Russia has been a constant winner of many awards at the Expo for the technological displays and for their architecture. So let's go in and check out what we've got to see at Russia. Here are the list of things that Russia had innovated in the last 100 years, 200 years indeed, and things that have made a significant change to the rest of the world. Here is a high-tech gas analyzing device. It's basically like a breathalyzer, and you breathe into it and it will tell you your overall state of health, your metabolism, your heart rate, how calm you are, and things like that. Let's try it out. And here are my health results.
Yes. And about your metabolic profile, it shows your metabolic system in account. Right now, your lung status is in the normal.
Okay.
Respiratory coefficient show your body using proteins right now to get the energy. Yeah.
So it's all okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna live for a few more years?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Thank you. The display and everything that they've done here looks simply stunning. Look at the floor as I walk. As I walk, I'm making a difference to the surface.
Our brain is the most complex phenomenon in the known universe. Complexity of the brain, both structural and functional, creates cognition.
Video in Russian Pavilion shows how technology had influenced and changed the human life over the millennia. What you see here is a beautiful waterfall at the Expo Dubai. What's interesting about this is there is plenty of water coming from the top, but by the time it reaches the bottom, there is no water coming onto the floor. As you can see, the water comes from the top, but then as it gradually comes down, it recedes. We are next visiting the China Pavilion. This one, the whole building is built in the shape of a Chinese lantern. I would only imagine that Chinese would have focused more on aerospace industry. Let's go in and check it out.
Getting off people and our persons in space. Every step forward attributes to our overtime and change. And Chinese call it Beidou. Today, Beidou navigation satellite system is exactly
a smart city can digitalize urban resources and elements through continuous technological innovation and inject vitality into the sustainable development of traditional industries. A smart city on a digital base created by new technologies with efficient governance and warm services to connect you and me and promote its own process. Together with our city, let's embrace a smarter and brighter.
What you see here is the Saudi Arabian Pavilion, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's a wonderful looking pavilion again. So this is where we're heading next. As you can see, they have created a wonderful effect on the glass from the reflection. Look at this amazing waterfall as we get into it. We are entering into the Saudi Arabian Pavilion now. This is yet another wonderful display. This is portraying the life in Saudi Arabia in simply the most marvelous way. beautiful, as you can see, and especially I love the way they've done the projection. Guys, what you see here is the largest kaleidoscope I've ever seen in my life. Just simply see the scale of it. It's so huge. It's absolutely huge. What you see here, it's probably like 60 to 80 feet height, and if you see it carefully, you can see the mirror reflection down there, and yeah, that's what makes the kaleidoscope, and it's simply beautiful. The visual effect is simply stunning when you see it in the real life. And look at the flow here. Kids are having so much fun. This is our way out from the Saudi Arabian Pavilion. This is the Japanese pavilion, one of the most sought after pavilion in the whole of Expo 2020. We are entering the Japan Experience Center. Next, let's head to the Egyptian Pavilion. It really looks beautiful. The architecture is very original to its own style. So yeah, let's get in.
Welcome to Egypt. My name is Noor. The meaning of Noor is light. I was named after the light that continues to shine over Egypt, illuminating its path to the future, Egypt's development across time. Egypt reaches the brightness and greatness of its very beginnings. The rise of new sustainable smart cities and the complete, accomplished and efficient new capital. It has the Capital Park, one of the world's largest urban parks, as well as breathtaking skyscrapers. In addition to these new wonders, innovative transport systems will be at the heart of connecting cities across the country. A society where discovery and opportunity lead. A country with a forward-thinking ethos at the forefront of it all.
Here we have another dramatic looking pavilion from Spain this time. Spain's known for its science and technology and all. We all know that. So let's go in and check out what Spain has to offer. This is the plate dynamo as it looks. And when you place your hand under the LED here, it immediately changes. You can see when I have my hand under, it immediately changed that. And when I remove my hand, that's gonna go away. Again, I put my hand here and again that's gonna come. So it's kind of an interactive display. So obviously more people are putting their hands now, and then it's creating that array of colors and lights. See, the longer period of time you keep it under, the speed of the light increase. It's a really brilliant display. The visual effect is amazing when you see it in real life. Spain's developing the Hyperloop technology as well. As you can see, this is their base model of their Hyperloop. It's really interesting. Individual seats there, and you can see the top speed. You can go up top speeds 1076 kilometers per hour. This is all part of the Sustainability Pavilion. We are now heading to the Singapore Pavilion, which is one of the most greenest pavilions in the whole of Expo. It is such a lush green pavilion. Next on our list is Luxembourg, one of the pioneers in advanced engineering technology. Next, let's visit the elaborate looking Kazakhstan Pavilion.
This evolution demands that we rethink the challenges ahead of us. How we imagine our future today is the key to creating a better tomorrow. A future where digital and physical worlds coexist. What do we envision about tomorrow? What kind of life awaits us? Our future will depend on the successful interaction between man and machine, between human intelligence and AI.
We are next heading into the New Zealand Pavilion.
We elevate through nature. Where nature thrives, we thrive.
Next is Slovenia Pavilion.
While implementing tomorrow's technologies into today's solutions, we contribute to a lower carbon footprint and help to reduce global waste. We believe in a zero emissions future.
My friend's pedaling his way to Slovenia, all the way through Slovenia. I think it's being a hard ride because there is a lot of power being generated. And oh yeah, he's going fast now. No, we're now heading into the Lithuania Pavilion. We're at one of the most beautiful pavilions in the whole of Expo, the Poland Pavilion. The whole building is made of wood and tin geometric structures that make it look like birds flying around the woods. It's a beautiful pavilion. We should go and check it out.
Why table? Because it's a symbol of our hospitality. We want to invite you as our guest to table with us, as you have family and friends. Where are you from? Could you please say hello in your language to the microphone?
Next, let's head to the Switzerland Pavilion. The flag that you see there is actually printed on the ground, and then that is what is reflecting on the mirror finish. Here they have replicated the natural scenery in Switzerland. It really feels like you're walking through the mountains. I'm trekking the mountains of Switzerland. They've created artificial fog, which actually does feel wet. And as we speak, I am trekking through the mountains. We are now entering the Cambodian Pavilion. Nice architecture in the front, nicely decorated. There's a beautiful wall relief here, very traditional, very original, and some very traditional statues. Again, a lot of wall relief, probably from the temple of Angkor Wat. And here we have the Angkor Wat temple, the largest temple in the world. Agriculture of Cambodia. Really nice pavilion indeed. It shows exactly what Cambodia is all about, a good reflection of the country.